And we're
Inconceivable.
back to another exciting episode of Who's Dungeons in My Dragon.
Feels inverted.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll switch to a more missionary position next time. I'm joined today by one, two, three, four individuals of various persuasion and athletic ability.
I don't think there's various athletic ability here. I think we're pretty evenly cut.
I think Lucky's
Might
better
be
than
right.
most of us, probably.
Probably, yeah.
That's actually true, yeah.
Now that you mention.
Um, some stuff happened last time, maybe. Anybody? What happened last time?
Nothing of consequence.
Yeah.
We fucked a count with an old man's cock. In
Yeah,
his
I was
mouth.
gonna say Castlemere ate Old Man Dick. And that was about it.
Not my proudest moment, but
Hmm.
not my least proud either.
And why did he eat Old Man Dick?
Because he's a
Because he
fucking
killed
Had it
cunt.
coming.
he killed his own father-in-law. That's one thing, but
Did he
yeah.
though?
I mean, if he wasn't dead by the time Jarek was done biting him, the fireball surely did him in, so
He had death saves. I'm just saying.
fireballs are not conductive to positive death saves. Also, I believe there was a tidal wave involved in there as well.
He was long dead at that point.
Yeah, he was quite dead.
Fitch was just providing bathing at that point.
Just cleaning the ship, really.
It was like last rites.
So you guys went out to meet and greet Castlemere, got on the boat, the ship. What's the ship's name?
The Moria.
The Moira.
The Moira. A little bit of reoccurring
Theme there.
theme there, name there. Might have some
Absolutely planned.
might have some sort of impact on the campaign.
So many Moira.
Absolutely not accident.
Right? Or maybe I wanted you to think that.
Sure.
Yep.
You're a mastermind.
Just to spite you, I will go to YouTube to the episode where I said, "Oh, the Moira. That's an
And you went,
interesting name."
oh,
And you went,
right?
"What?"
Right?
Exactly. It's all an act, folks.
No, it
Uh-huh.
isn't.
Go,
You can't
master
fake that level
actor.
of stupid.
Ah, wow.
If you can act that good, then where is it the rest of the time?
Wow!
Oh man.
We're
Rock
just throwing
fall,
shots
Fitch
today.
dies. Uh, but you did a little fight with Castlemere. Zoria kind of played in the rigging.
Yep.
And Vest kind of beat the fuck out of him with Jarek.
There was also a very well placed lightning bolt.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
was. There was.
Hmm.
Doria had a
It was-
crowning achievement moment.
It was a pretty solid lightning bolt, just saying. Like
Yeah.
a third of his life.
Oh, it definitely whacked him pretty good. Vest stunned him, which was pretty solid.
Finally.
Jarek weaponized pettiness and took the lightning bolt just so he'd get bonus damage.
That was also a good move. It was
Jarek did almost every elemental type of damage during the fight.
Achievement unlocked. That's a milestone.
Yeah.
Oh man, do we get achievements? That'd be cool.
Oh, that would be cool. I should think about that for my next campaign. Achievement unlocked.
Save all the good
Good luck
stuff for the
predicting the
next
party
group.
enough to know
I
what's gonna
gotta
happen.
get you. I gotta lure you into the next one somehow. Guys, wait! You don't know about all these hidden achievements.
Why does this one say start a horse brothel?
Anyways, did that. Then you rowed your little dinghy to shore after paying the boat captain because you fucked up their boat.
No, an arsonist fucked up their boat.
Yeah, I mean, there was a giant fireball that had nothing to do with us.
Wasn't cast by any of us. Nope.
We did not take that mast out.
Nope.
Lucky nobody
Nope.
can hear you.
Still can't hear you.
Doing that. I don't need to talk.
There we go. Okay. You're moving your mouth and making signals.
Math.
Oh,
I had a thing. I was mathing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you took him out and then you rowed him to shore, living, unfortunately for him, after cutting off his father-in-law's penis and stuffing it in his throat,
Which he almost choked on.
which he almost choked on Dick.
Oh, but that would have been hilarious.
I guess he
Terrible,
technically
but
was choking on it, and he almost choked to death.
Hmm.
But we saved him because we're heroes.
Yeah, you're heroes, right?
Mhm.
Are we the baddies?
Silly. No, of course
We're
not.
definitely Castlemere's baddies.
Yeah, or we really are.
Man fucked up
Jerk cut out his tongue,
and broke his fingers.
broke his fingers.
One at a time, some of them repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
Did I get this one? I might as well break it again.
And then Castlemere went off to a peaceful place. At least for a little while.
The camp?
The mind can only take so much pain.
Oh, that, yes. Disassociation.
Mm-hmm. I believe the party's goal is to deliver him to the Drow.
Currently.
Specifically to Vestille.
With steel and grew, that's correct.
So the party we left off was on the shore near the city of Fote, but not in it. Because they stole a dinghy that was quote unquote overpriced.
Fucking price gouging. Don't price gouge, kids. People will steal your boat.
It happens. So, what are we doing?
I seem to recall that people wanted to go back into town for some reason. Not Jarek. I think it was Fitch. Was it Fitch?
Fitch wanted to go back into town.
What level are we?
9.
9.
9.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
And Fitch is out of wild shape.
Yup. So Fitch would presumably want to take a nap.
Got all the time in the world now.
I mean, we did get a short rest coming back
Y'all
in on
got
the
a
boat.
short rest.
Fitch was
Jesus Christ.
Fitch was
Fitch
rowing.
was rowing, so he did not get a short rest out of that.
Okay.
So
So does Fitch petition for a short rest? That
yup,
way.
he's going to park the boat, find the nearest tree, dig like 6 inches down, sprinkle some leaves out of his bag of holding, and curl up like a cat.
sure.
Yeah. Okay. So Fitch decides to take a cat nap. What are the rest of you doing while he takes his hour?
Well, it's still like dead of the night, isn't it?
It's, yeah. You wanted to meet at dusk. It took you a while to row out and row back. And an insignificant amount of time to set a boat on fire and then put it out.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
After, saying that you were a vampire and making a bunch of sailors abandon ship.
I would say Jerk will probably just sit there behind Castlemere, hugging him from behind. Then.
Oh, the like creepy old man hug.
Yeah, he'll be like sitting, have Castlemere in front of him, and he's just sitting beside him with like his arms are over his shoulders, just
Like
chin
an
on his
awkward
shoulder,
prom picture.
like an awkward prom picture. Yeah.
Okay.
Whispering Cletus' voice into his ear. Sonny, I can't wait to get you home.
It looks like Groundhog's Day.
Looks
Bess
like
is going to be deliberately ignoring Jarek and his newfound hobby, and will just be like facing someplace different, just kind of chilling and drinking.
Probably the same choice. So yeah, plenty of time for Fitch to rest.
Okay. Zoria?
Yeah. Eventually, Zoria wants to come up to Castlemere. Kind of give him a pencil and piece of paper.
You put a pencil and a piece of paper into his broken, numb fingers.
Yeah, he'll have to handle it. But yeah, and she'll turn to Jarek. Jarek, I have a proposition for him, but given that he is your trophy, well earned, by the way, I am interested in his spell book.
Right, yeah. Jerk will just reach out and start pawing at Castlemere's cheek. Castle, did you hear him? Here, did you
I would
hear Castlemere?
I would appreciate the location and how to access it and how to decipher it.
Castlemere. Castlemere.
If you want to try to bring him back to consciousness, to lucidity, tell me what kind of check you want to make.
An unarmed
Can you
attack
wake up?
check.
Can you wake up a man by being intimidating?
In theory.
Oh,
I mean, depends upon how intimidating you are.
Yeah. What are you saying to him? What are you doing to him?
What I just said, like, I think the context is enough.
Okay. Zoria, make an intimidation check.
Can I have advantage given the
No.
context? What the fuck?
you can't just have advantage because you want it.
Not just because
I
of
don't
the
know.
context.
In fairness, like the situation.
Well,
Hmm. The situation
fucked.
lends itself to you, yes. However, you said 12?
mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Nobody seems to be home right now.
We'll have to try later.
Hmm. Jerk, you just slap him.
Yeah.
Yeah. His head
Yeah.
lolls to one side.
I guess he wants the butt stuff. Okay.
I'm not doing the butt stuff, Jerk.
Oh, I thought you'd be thrilled, Fishla. Going to involve you.
An old man ass? Thanks, but no.
God. Don't say I never offered.
Borrow a mason jar from someone.
Why?
Old trick. It's hilarious.
No.
We'll keep trying with him. Maybe the drow can get it out of him.
Hmm.
Actually,
Isn't there like a type of spell where you can just go into little Percy's brain and just pull things out
what?
or something?
Why would we? Look at him. He's a wreck.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened.
Hmm. We probably wreck up his mind as well. It's better that he write us or provide us the information we want. He's not conscious, right?
He is not lucid.
Okay.
Glassy-eyed, staring off,
hmm
disassociated.
Currently looking at nothing in particular. Just sitting relaxed in Jarek's grasp.
Given the future that awaits him, we might even try to make things easier for him.
Fingers bent in random directions.
Easier
For
for him.
instance, yes, for instance, instead of giving him to the Drow, we can torture him ourselves. I don't presume to be as good as the Drow, but
I mean, if he's a good boy, I wouldn't object to that, but he's not. He's not answering.
Hobgoblin torture does have a lot of merits, however.
Yeah, don't you
I've
just
never.
call it mating?
You're funny. No, but I've never had well proper practice. I think it's good learning opportunity.
No proper practice mating.
Well, yeah, that's Zoria's suggestion.
Well, we'll find out, I suppose. We'll be there, what, tomorrow? Day after?
Hmm.
And that depends on Zoria.
Let's give him the night to readjust to the situation.
Fine.
Okay. So you're gonna take a long rest there? Zoria, Jarek, Veth.
Yeah, if we are resting, Zoria's going to put up the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we will probably want to get rid of the boat. Sink it. I don't know.
I think Gump said something about we burned it.
Nope.
Don't recall.
We burned the big one, not the little one.
Yeah, not the little one.
Yeah, you lit the big boat on fire with fire. Well, Casimir lit the big one on fire with fireball. Zoria too, though,
Or-
with her lightning bolt.
Yeah, but Zoria had the courtesy of putting it out.
Well, Casimir was sucking old man dick at that time.
If you get the good flavor, it's in the middle.
I mean, if they'd asked when we hit land, Fitch would have scuttled the boat.
I don't know. In theory, we're not far from the boat anyway, so
Yeah.
Jared can just
It's
go
just-
break it.
It's just hauled up on the edge of the water. So Jarek, you just go and punch some holes into the bottom of it with the knife.
Yeah, and then toss a few rocks in it, and then just shove it off.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Careful
like this
not
is the
to.
first time they've sunk a boat.
Yeah, careful not to wade into the water.
Yeah. He's not gonna fuck with that. Absolutely not.
Okay.
We killed the guy I wanted to kill, and then what? And then I went for a bath,
It was a bad idea.
and that's how I died.
All right. Fitch, you had something that you wanted to
Yes.
do.
Yeah, after Fitch wakes up, Fitch was only going for an hour-long nap to get his wild shape back in kerfuffle range.
Yep.
I presume the rest of the group is passed the fuck out at this point.
It's the middle of the night still, so Jarek's awake. Jarek's probably shapeshifted into the old man sitting in front of Castlemere going, "You're a failure. You let me die."
Yeah, I feel like after a little bit of this, Vess would have started trancing with the idea that he'll be up early.
Uh-huh.
Did you watch? But
Yeah, Zoria will take the first watch then, I guess.
Okay, so Vest is asleep, Fitch. But
More importantly, did Zoya create the bubble with Fitch inside or outside?
He's outside, but he can come in. Fitch is allowed.
Can he? Oh,
mm,
he's
Yeah.
allowed.
don't-
Okay. Not sure that's how that works, but sure.
no, when you cast the spell, you identify which
Yeah.
creatures are going to be allowed to pass through it.
Delightful. Well, then for the second time in like 2 weeks, Zoria will have a lizard in her face.
Mm.
As Fitch will
um,
shuffle up close.
creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast a spell, can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it.
Oh, you can't identify
It
them?
does not specify
Delightful.
identifiability.
Ah.
That may be the Magic Mansion or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, well,
Delightful.
given that
So,
Zoria,
it
so
taps on the bubble.
yeah, given that Zora is on watch, she would just unmake the bubble. Sorry. And remake it with Fitch inside.
Ah, yes, as a ritual spell.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we
like
can
to
abuse
think-
rituals.
I would like to think that as Zoya is casting the spell, Fitch is probably crying a little bit about being excluded. Zoya, what did this one do wrong?
You forgot me.
Don't start. You went to sleep all the way over there. Bubble was here. It's your fault.
Zoya could have moved Bubble. Zoya could have woken up this one. Zoya instead decided to not.
Zora didn't want to disturb that one. That one dug a little hole.
This one calls bullshit.
Fine,
Regardless,
Fitch.
this one has question.
About what?
This one needs Zoya's hole.
Ah, yes.
Freezing?
What do you need the hole for?
Theft.
Don't you have your own hole for that?
This one's hole is not large enough. Zoya's is large and well used.
Mm.
True on one of those accounts.
You do know that mixing both of our holes is not a good idea, right?
This one was not planning to go inside of Zoya's hole. This one was simply planning on tossing the items it needed into Zoya's hole.
What is it you want to put in my hole? I revel in this, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Zoya plans to burn folk to the ground, no?
If given proper incentive, yes. For
This
now,
one wants to steal.
for now, I'm content in just leaving it as is.
This one would like to steal medical tech.
Why?
Fitch blinks. Hands come up to the horns. Hands come down. For old time's sake.
You want to steal the rest of your master?
For one, he was consumed, then cremated. For two, he is holding up 3 fingers.
Fitch so good with counting and money.
Mm-hmm.
How many lungs does a person have, Fitch?
4. For 2, this one requires its own medical tech. good doctor never finished taking this one. This one wants to learn.
Oh. This will involve what? Breaking into someone's house, clinic?
Yes.
Hmm. Is the medical equipment capable of damaging books inside whole?
Not unless the books have a band-aid. Excuse me. Not unless the books have a boo-boo. Otherwise, they are safe.
I would think so. Fine, you can stuff your medical tools in my hole. We'll do it tomorrow. Not in broad daylight, however.
This one was going to go now.
Now? Says Zoria with 22 hit points. What's my hit point?
A short rest may have been had, sort of.
Gonna
So
spend
It's
some.
still only
hit
one
dice.
hit die.
Well, it's one hit die per level that you wish to use.
Oh, she's on 16 HP. Wow. Not ideal. You want to go now? We have this to take care of. And she'll point to the disturbing image of Jarek torturing the old man. The Lord. As the old man.
If the group leaves, we will never return. Didn't Zoria promise Fitch to go back to the caves in Al-Nuzat? And did that happen?
Not yet. I'm not opposed
If
to it
Zoria
happening.
promises to come back later, it's not going to happen.
Are you questioning my word,
Right.
Fitch?
Yes, this one is.
In the background, it can be heard. Who turned out to be flammable? I did. That's right, you killed me.
Are you like a naked old man sitting there without a penis?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
I don't have to explain myself to you. If we haven't gone to caves yet, we haven't gone to caves yet.
I gotta roll for this.
When an empty place hits a hard place.
Right. I'm doing this. It will open up his bag of holding and make a very dramatic show of rustling around in there. Retrieve his rock. Na. Mr. Rock. Zoria seems to think it's the leader. This one doesn't remember that happening.
The leader.
I'm saying Zoria can shove her attitude up her ass.
Uh-huh. I don't think Zoria got that from Fitch.
I don't
No.
think she did either.
No. You're definitely not the leader. Though I don't think Mr. Rock will agree with me. I don't think he'll do anything at all, really.
As the rock slowly shifts from one non-Euclidean form to another.
Fetch, I have no problem in helping you, but maybe not now. Yes, tomorrow. Can you keep still until tomorrow?
Smile.
Good, that's what I thought.
His anglerfish teeth scraggly and disconcertingly gapping back at you. A little piece of flesh hanging out the side.
More than a little piece.
Half of a frog hanging out the other side.
You're just gonna leave the bubble.
Hmm.
Dig a new hole. Rest there.
Okay.
Sure.
So Jarek spends the night tormenting a fallen mage with his.
And Fitch shoves leaves in his ears.
Okay.
Fair.
Mm-hmm. Tormenting
And
the
yeah,
fallen mage with the older father-in-law.
once he gets the starts going light, he'll tie Castlemere to him with a rope
Mm-hmm.
and then go back to the bubble.
Covering himself back up.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh, Zoria, you go to sleep. And Fitch, you
Yep.
go to sleep as well. And you all awaken. Vest first, right? Naturally.
That's probably left trance before Jerk even laid down.
Yeah.
On
Vest,
that
is
note,
there anything you
as
want?
Jerk's going into the tent and Vess is coming too, he'll just hold up Castlemere's hand and give Vess a wave.
Bess is going to try to smack Jarek's hand that's holding.
Make an attack roll.
$15.
Jerk.
I'm assuming Jerk does not have his shield out, so yes, that would hit.
All right.
Well, but Castlemere also counts as
Yeah,
half
Cover.
cover.
whatever.
Castlemere's on Jarek's back.
No, it's chest. He's
Oh,
got
it's chest.
tied to his
Oh.
chest. Yeah.
But Vest is aiming for your
Oh.
hand.
I know.
Whatever. He gets your
It doesn't
hand.
matter. Not that complicated.
Yeah.
Jerk will
Smacks
nod
him
and wait till Vess starts to walk past, and then smack Vess on the ass with Castlemere's hand.
Oh, Vess will turn around and punch Jarek.
on. Full
Jarek's
force.
going to attempt to block it with Castlemere.
Okay.
Fuck.
A
I hit
natural one.
Mhm.
All right, Vest, roll me damage, and give me another d20.
The D20 is 19.
Oh, okay. Well, not a natural 20, but
and the damage is 10.
All right. You break Castlemir's nose.
What
Her
that
just looks
fucker
around
gets.
Casimir's head like, ooh, I heard that.
Ooh.
Jarek will wave at Vess with Casimir's hand, and then
Bess walks off.
naughty Casimir. You can't touch Vess. You really did have the broken nose coming.
Yeah. But morning comes. The sun rises. You all are greeted by the new day. What are you doing?
Jarek's sleeping with
Presumably
his juice
sleeping.
box.
I mean, you wake up eventually, I assume.
Yeah, much later on, like
Late
this.
afternoon.
Sure.
But this is for Zoria and Fitch at this point, I think.
Zori and
And
Vess. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, thing is, Zora can't leave.
Yeah, she could.
Otherwise, Jerry gets cooked. Yeah,
Jarek has a tent inside.
does he?
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier.
Okay.
Jarek's been religious about that.
Because he doesn't want to get
Yes.
cooked if Zoria leaves.
Yeah. This.
Trust issues.
This.
I mean, Bess is just waiting around for everybody else.
Yeah, no. Zora calls the Ves.
Yeah.
Fitch requires help.
This one
In
does
town.
not require help. This one requires a hole.
Yeah, I can't help you with that.
This means I have to accompany him to town. Again. I don't assume Jurek is going to accompany us, especially not with Kesselmir in tow in his present state. That would draw some attention and desired. So maybe stay with Jurek?
Sure.
Thank you. Where's Fitch?
That is how Jarek died.
That's how Castlemere dies, because you keep using him as a shield.
Yo, you are wet as fuck. Raining outside, huh, girl?
Where's Fitch?
It's just standing there next to Zoria.
Okay. Let's go.
Fitch holds out a hand.
I'm not giving you my hand.
Just your hole.
This one does not require the hand, but this one can separate it if Zoria wishes. This one requires the hole.
You could try. Hole is attached to Zoria. Zoria goes with hole.
Zoria cannot turn into a crab.
Yes, she can.
Zoria cannot turn into an apex crab.
Apex.
She could. I'm going with you. Disguised, so not to draw attention. I don't feel like getting another food tossed at the face. Yes?
Fitch shrugs. Polymorphs into a seagull. Not polymorphs, wild shapes into a seagull.
We'll be right back.
The most disgusting
Sorry.
seagull you've ever seen.
Yeah, this is Zora polymorphs into an owl again. The very fat, angry owl
There
that
was
you guys saw the night
An
before.
int of what?
Owl, fat, angry, massive.
With an int of
Low.
I didn't get it.
intelligence. What's the owl's intelligence?
Oh, 2?
Think owl thoughts, Azoria.
Yeah.
owl
Who?
thoughts.
Ooh.
Hucks up a pellet.
Yeah.
Seagull takes off.
Mhm.
Takes flight.
Sure.
The owl follows. That's all it knows.
Follow your
'Cause I don't
seagull
know.
friend.
I don't know
Follow
the
the
fucking
fucked
plan.
up seagull friend.
Yeah. Should have been an ape, really.
A flying ape.
Yeah. One of those.
I half expected Zoya to potentially cast fly on herself.
No.
Then she could T-pose as she flew into town.
Yep.
From what I understand, we want to be discreet with this one. Yes.
Zoya can be the distraction.
The fireballs are going to be the distraction.
Hmm. And that was the
Well, Fitch
last
Tootsie
Vessens
slides his
and
way.
Jarek ever saw of Zoria.
Tracks.
The seagull Tootsie slides his way over to the old medical clinic.
Mhm.
Which presumably he's familiar with. Not presumably, he actually is familiar with where it is, so.
From a ground perspective.
No, he flew away from it
You did.
like the day before, so.
So you're casually familiar with the area, yes. And you do manage to find it in the roof that you spent many a nights crying on.
Just one, thank you.
Making this feel like a fucking
Oh, I-
rom-com.
I mean, in your previous life, Fitch.
Well, he didn't cry on the rooftops, that was too exposed. He
Mm.
cried underground
Yes,
in the little
in the graveyard.
cemetery.
Yeah. Okay, but you find the medical clinic. You flutter down on the roof and kind of stick the landing. Although barely, because your leg is, kind of gimpy.
Is there anyone outside? The bouncer there?
Outside the bouncer, yes.
What kind of clinic has a bouncer?
This one?
The kind of clinic that just recently saw Fitch.
I resent that implication. Yeah, Fitch will Fitchify on
Okay.
top of the roof.
Yep.
Fitch then pokes the owl.
Oh.
Fitch pokes it harder.
The owl kind of tries to grab the poking digit, the offending digit, with a claw.
Fitch sighs and grabs a fistful of feathers and yanks out as he can.
Zoria appears.
Ow!
Ow.
So this one cannot turn into an apex owl either.
I don't understand what you mean by apex owl. Owl is owl.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
Apex
Owl cannot
Seagull
do
looks
math.
irradiated.
Yeah.
What is
This
plan?
one maintains brain. Not that it has much to begin with, but more than an owl.
A cat slinks off the roof after seeing you both turn back into people.
Fitch, what
Possible to
is
get
the
a good meal
plan?
in this town.
You have plan, no?
Yes. reaches back into a pouch, kind of coats his fingers in some ashes, and reaches forward very slowly towards Zoria's face.
Yeah, Zora just puffs and just closes her eyes and kind of just.
And pass without trace.
Hmm. Those ashes are actually charred remains of somebody.
Efficient.
Yeah, why waste when you
Yeah, the dead person's not using those ashes.
or squirrel or whatever.
Yeah. We know the more likely source of those ashes, but you know.
Zoria Zorifies to Big Zoria Elf or Big Elf Zoria.
Covers up the ashes. Okay.
Yeah.
So Zoria casts Disguise Elf.
Hey.
See, the dad thing is already starting to come into play. Gotcha.
1d4 psychic damage.
Yep. Dad jokes are strong.
Mm-hmm.
So is there an access point from the roof into the clinic?
No.
Cool.
It's a relatively flat roof, but there is a ladder that you would generally use to get up here if you needed access. There's a couple of skylights, but you know those to be typically locked from the inside.
Can we see inside?
You want to peer inside?
Yeah, just kind of like.
You kind of look over the top, yeah. Inside the first one, and Fitch, you know this to be, or where they are roughly. It's the more of the infirmary room where they keep the row of patients that are needing prolonged care or ready to become your next meal. Fitch likes to call it the buffet room. Is there a particular one that you're looking for, Fitch? The main office, probably?
He's looking for Nolus's old office.
Okay. There's not a skylight.
Presumably another doctor has set up in.
Yeah. There's not a skylight to that, but there's a window on the side of the building.
Fitchel. Is it ground floor?
Yes. Yep.
Oh.
So you guys.
Fitchel, let's see, slide on down the ladder and head to the window.
Okay.
Zora will follow.
Mm-hmm. Seems to be kind of locked, Fitch.
Can we see inside?
Yep. Currently there's an individual with their back to you. Fitch, you don't recognize them. Old, tall, flat top, white hair.
He's a human male.
Human male, flat top, white hair. Missing an ear from behind, you can tell that.
He cares about the orphans.
Yeah, he has contributed.
Zoria?
Yes.
You set something on fire.
Now? I wanted to be provoked to do that.
Not the city, Zoria. A wastebasket.
Ah. Zora looks to the side, sees anything? Well, no.
Yeah.
Let me walk out of sight.
Oh, I was gonna
She's
say.
gonna walk around the building.
There is right in that alley with you a crate full of like soiled linens and bandages.
Yeah, but we don't want it. We don't want to light it like we
Right
don't want the
there.
distraction where we are. I assume so. I'll go somewhere else to light the fire, thank you.
Okay,
How
sure.
confused does Zoria look?
How confused does
Oh.
Zoria look?
No, Fitch wants a fire. Like, so Zoria's just going to locate another bin or
Yeah.
something flammable and
Yep.
just cast the cantrip on it.
You find a sealed wooden box in an alley nearby, stacked up with a few other sealed boxes.
Yeah.
Oof.
Produce flame.
Yep.
I need a Arcana check on that. I might fail, guys.
Natural 1. Don't you have Firebolt?
I do.
It's a cantrip too, isn't it?
Eh.
Yeah. Good enough. So yeah.
Trying to get
Zora
fancy when you
succeeds
don't need to get fancy.
Yeah.
Zoria ignites this box. Well, these boxes of things.
It makes a chewing motion. Go scream
Oh,
now.
actually, Gump, I'm sorry. I do use Firebolt. I'm not attuned to the circlet anymore.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Did you attune to
But-
the staff?
Maybe.
Maybe. See, you give a wizard a stick, and god damn it, they gotta use it.
Every time.
I thought you gave Vest the stick, though.
Yeah, and Vest gave it to Zoria.
We
Oh.
did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, Vest was
It
offended.
was not a
That's-
vest type stick, so
I
Vest gave.
It was not a hitting stick.
I
No.
It's
still
not a
think
bashy
Vest.
stick, it's a flashy stick.
Yeah, I still think Vest
The
should
stick
take a
comes with
level
an
in
instruction
sorcerer or a
manual.
wizard, just to use it.
Yeah, if the stick comes with an instruction manual, it's not something that Vest wants.
Yeah.
Well, except for the other stick that Vest has that has multiple attachments.
Swiss Army stick.
The Swiss Army stick, the ice stick,
The shocky stick,
the shocky stick.
Wait,
the
the
regular stick.
ice stick.
That's the one that Zoria
As Han
has.
called
Yeah,
it, the
that's
divorce
Zoria's one.
stick.
Only got
But-
3 sticks, guys.
Lots of sticks.
Mhm.
Um,
And no holes to put them. That's just
until he finds another black dragon.
right. Vest just carries like this bundle of sticks around all the
It's
time.
just like on his back. There's just like some sticks.
Does he pick at random?
He-
No, he has one stick that he uses kind of like a walking stick.
Mm.
Okay.
All right. So Zoria set this fire on the opposite side of the building, and comes
Yeah.
back to Fitch.
Go scream
Also, is any-
now.
She'll summon Azarth and have him on Overwatch, like, just
Mhm.
perceiving things around us, Gump.
Okay. He's watching people rush up to the fire and
Mm-hmm.
begin to grab buckets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor or whomever is in the room leaves. Okay. You still have a locked window.
Yeah, can Zoria get there before Fitch smashes the window?
Presumably because it takes a minute for the doctor to leave before.
Yeah, so as soon as the doctor's gone, Zoria's just going to Mage Hand and just unlock the window from the other side.
And Fitch
I'm
just
just
like
gonna do that.
Fitch runs his elbow into it anyways.
Pouts a little. He was like halfway through casting his own mage hand.
In you go. Also, if we see anyone, you kill. Yes?
Why?
What do you mean, why? No witnesses. Opens the window.
Remember, no Elvish.
Fitch will loot in and
All right, Fitch, you're inside the office of your former mentor. A lot of memories here, Fitch.
he starts crying. It's like Pavlovian at this point. The smell of antiseptic just makes him weep.
And hungry.
It can't formaldehyde the pain.
No matter how much bone heart juice I drink, I'm still sad.
So we have two alcoholics.
One is just closeted, and the other one is
Bess.
more
They're
closeted.
both closeted in different ways.
Yes.
What does Fitch remember?
Rock-
What floods to the forefront of Fitch's memory when he comes into this room?
Probably the first time Anolis dragged him in here, kicking and screaming. So Fitch remembers a smaller, runtier, brawnier version of him standing in front of the desk like a school kid at the headmaster's desk,
Okay.
and probably being fed a good berry.
Yeah.
So yes. And Fitch will do a 360 around the room and see where the stuff potentially is. He's looking for medical texts, tools, bags, supplies, personal belongings.
Specifically of your mentor Anolis's.
Yep.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. And how long has it been?
No.
I forget exactly.
Timeline's kind of fuzzy, but a couple years tops.
Yeah.
I'd say, considering how far Fote is from Carcom when he met the party, I'd say
5 years.
I was gonna say 3, but
Whatever. Between 3 and 5. It's hard for Fitch to track.
he doesn't have a sense of time.
Many cold months.
17.
17. All right. Well, it is somebody else's office. You do recognize a number of texts of Anolis's that you proceed to begin stuffing into your pack, or
We'll make a motion to the Zoya.
Okay.
I will open her hole as best she can in the limited space, I assume.
Okay. In the alleyway?
No, inside.
You pass the hole to Fitch?
Oh, Zora climbs inside.
It's tight fit, Zoria.
He's
But
used to it,
yeah. Zoria's used to fitting in tight spaces.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's always tight.
She ends up with her back half dangling out the window for a second before
There's a
Fitch
passerby.
Help me
Fitch
step wizard, I'm stuck.
yeah, before Fitch grabs her and hauls her in. Help me, hedge wizard, I'm stuck. All right, and you spread your hole on the floor.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And Fitch just starts shoving things in your hole.
Careful.
First books,
What was that?
and then an old brain.
Set of surgical equipment.
We'll get there. An old brain that has been chemically preserved in formaldehyde in a jar. Fitch throws in a old leather tool bag. And you hear the tools inside of it clink and clank. And Fitch, you find 3 vials inside the office while you're ransacking it. Do you just take those as
Delicious and
well?
How delicious and candy colored do they look?
One of them is bright yellow with um, flecks of akin to Dijon mustard kind of swirling around it. The other is a dark green that seems to have the sheen of oil kind of almost on it, where it's or gasoline, where it has that little bit of a rainbow effect. And the other is clear, but inside of it there is a single small little animal heart. The liquid is entirely clear.
Take them.
Yep. And Fitch drinks all 3 at once.
Ipsy daisy, in we go, down the hatch. No, I passed off to Zoya.
Okay. So you give them to Zoria instead of tossing them in the hole? Okay.
Mage hand it carefully down into a neat little place in the hole.
Okay. And that's what you find of interest in the room between Anolus's things and miscellaneous interesting stuff.
Anything else, Fitch?
Do you raid the desk?
Is Zoya's... Huh?
Do you raid the desk?
Yes, I was getting to that.
Okay.
If Zoya has a moment, this one can commit additional theft.
Hmm. The likelihood of us killing someone increases the longer we stay here. Do you understand?
It's all me, Zoya.
Mm. Zoria opens the drawer, like just shrugs and like, kind of like opens the drawer.
Okay. The top drawer opens just fine. It seems to be a few quills, inkwell, blotting sand, some parchment, writing utilities. The second drawer is locked, and it is a larger, deeper drawer.
It will use the ogre strength gauntlets and just rip it out of the net.
Make a strength check, Fitch.
Gladly. That is a 9.
Plus.
4.
That's a 9.
Oh, okay. So Fitch grabs the drawer as best as he can, but he can't get a good purchase on it. The handle on it is kind of like built into it, and he just like and tears a chunk out of the handle with his claws. The desk kind of screeches a little bit on the floor.
How big is the desk?
It's a very, it's probably 8 foot wide, maybe 3 feet deep, like a solid oak desk. Not mahogany, oak.
I'm not very good lockpick.
I know. Set it on fire. Anything magical will survive.
Yeah, is the lock like visible, identifiable?
It is built into the desk drawer.
Yeah, but I assume like it's in the like we see a keyhole.
Yes, you
right?
do see a keyhole made of metal.
So we can kind of determine where the mechanism is.
Mhm.
Zora size and magic missiles up.
I try something first.
Fitch, it depends. Do you have a reaction? What are you trying?
It's a cantrip.
Well, you're
I'll wait
racing.
for Zorius.
You're
to
racing Zoria's magic missile. All right, Zoria, roll me XD4.
3, I believe.
Mm. You're just doing
It's 3.
first level.
Yeah, but I believe it's 3 plus 1 each, right? Or no? Wait.
It's your spell, man. Learn how it works.
I haven't used this one in a while. Sorry. Yeah, it's 1d4 plus 1. So for each.
Okay. Roll me some damage.
Nope, I missed one.
That's enough damage. Yes. You break the lock. Your little magic missiles just go. 2 damage. 2 damage. 2 damage.
Yeah.
And smack the lock 3 times, and it clicks open.
It will open the drawer.
Inside Fitch, you find an old bottle of liquor, familiar to you as Enolis's whiskey. You've never had any. This was one of
Didn't
his.
drink.
This is one of his favorite things.
This is not medically relevant. I think I'll have that.
Fitch will throw himself on the whiskey
Mhm.
to keep Zoria's hands off of it.
Fine, keep it. No coin, Gump? Might as well.
Not in this drawer, no. Need you to investigate? Looking for coin? Yeah, give me an investigation
Sure.
check, Zoria, as Fitch fishes the bottle out quickly and
We're already
holds it to himself.
already here.
He clutches it like he clutches his rock and just weeps. Oh, poor Fitch.
That's a shit roll. 15.
A 15. Okay. Zoria, you do find a hidden compartment. In the back. And you open it, and there's a necklace inside with a ring. It is strung through a ring. It's a silver chain strung through a ring.
She'll raise it to Fitch. Recognize?
Fitch, roll a d20.
It's not like a history check or anything.
It's an old perception check.
15.
16?
15.
15? Okay. You have seen Enolis wear this ring before.
It's just mage hands this thing. Just the most fucked up mage hand you've ever seen, Zoria. Rips the necklace out of your hand. And it goes in Fitch's portable bag of holding along with the whiskey.
Okay. And that's what you find in the desk. The
Cool.
door begins to open.
I expected this. Don't worry.
Don't worry. And the old gentleman with the flat top, white hair, walks in. Ah, what are you doing in my office? Looks
We
around
have a
quickly.
consultation. Please come in.
Where's all my? You're robbing me.
Meh, whole person.
Old person. Okay. Hey, look at that. Zora, what's your DC?
At the moment,
Base 16.
16.
He rolled a 17 on the die. So,
Nice.
he shouts, "Guards!" and he runs out the room. Yes,
One
Fitch.
moment.
Enlarge, reduce.
Enlarge, reduce. What are you doing?
I'm gonna reduce them.
You're going to
Really?
reduce
Oh,
him?
no.
Oh no. Which halves his size, I believe.
Yeah, something like that in every direction.
Right.
And his voice gets really high and squeaky. Because the volume of air going through his vocal cords would be different.
uh-huh. Oops. Decreases its size by 1 category from medium to small. Okay.
What would the current weight be?
His current weight?
Yeah.
Roughly 180.
So if
It's
it's
about 50
reduced,
kilos.
His
but
weight
reduced.
is reduced to 1/8 of its normal.
So how much?
1/8 of 180 is roughly 30 pounds. 25
Ah,
pounds.
too much for a
It's
mage
20
hand. I just wanted to
pounds.
pluck him back and then just.
Well, he has a turn to run down the hallway away from you. And he disappears from sight.
Time to leave Fitch.
This one agrees for once.
Mm. Yeah, Zora grabs the chair that he was sitting on
Mhm.
before, and just tosses it through the window so she doesn't have to squeeze in
Yeah.
again.
Breaks the center crossbar out of the window.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
That might have been a
Enough
nice
to
chair at one point, but not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah, collect our things, and assume we bolt.
Hmm?
Yeah.
All right. Do you shapeshift or anything on your way out of the city? What's the plan here?
Zora's holding Fitch's lead.
I have a question. This will decide what I do. Was Anolus's stuff well taken care of? Was it put like carefully away, or was it just kind of haphazardly thrown around and
It
like
was
damaged and just
not.
kind of discarded and dusty?
It wasn't put on a pedestal, but it was
Oh,
not thrown in a corner. It looks like it was secondary equipment to whoever now inhabited the room.
Okay, so that has saved the medical clinic. I was gonna wildfire the whole fucking clinic. Yeah, Fitch will turn into the irradiated seagull again, and
fly out the window.
yep,
Okay, Zora will
on the hunt
owlify.
for prize.
Actually, Zora will turn into a crow this time, as speed might be more
Okay.
necessary.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she'll follow.
Okay. Your owl sees two animals leave the room.
Shakes its head, follows.
And you fly back to camp, leaving the city untorched. I can't
We're
hear
getting
you.
there.
I can't hear you, Fitch.
We're getting there.
Okay.
So yeah, we head back that way.
Okay. And you make it back to the campsite that you all inhabit together.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't take them long at all.
A couple hours. Maybe 2 hours.
When they get back,
Mhm.
Bess has just some like acorns they picked up, or like little nuts or something. He's just throwing them, trying to hit Jarek behind Castle.
All right. You return to the camp and land your little fucked up seagull and crow.
Mm-hmm. Ah!
Crow.
I believe crows are smarter, so
They are.
At least
In
slightly.
real life. A raven has an int of 2.
oh, so it's as dumb as an owl. Yeah, it's gonna keep cawing.
That's just wrong.
I mean, D&D is not realism.
True.
It's true.
Fitch once again Fitchifies. Looks at the crow. Sighs. Whips out another clump of feathers.
Soria puffs up.
Zoria
Interesting.
can release her own fucking polymorph.
Yeah, but so much
Uh,
more fun
Yeah,
to do
but
it this
she's
way.
too
I mean-
stupid to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Like if it's
I
a
feel
stupid
like at this
animal,
point, Fitch just likes it more this way.
okay, my headcanon is if the animal's too dumb, she forgets.
She forgets. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Ow.
I've been a crow my whole life.
My crow mother, what would she think?
Oh yeah, Fitch'll re-zorify Zoria.
Hmm. Ow. Don't pull hair.
This one did not pull hair. This one pulled a feather.
Same thing, I suppose.
They are not the same thing, Zoria.
No, they're not. Are you happy, Fitch?
Yes. But it's said in
Good.
such a way as to be a question.
Good. Never question me again.
This one wants to summon a
It's-
Devon, fuck, devil, demon, elemental.
Are you capable of that?
Yes.
What is the purpose of the elemental?
Set the town on fire.
Hmm. I believe we owe Callan a courtesy call to let him know to get out.
Yeah, could you do that?
Yes.
Did
Thanks.
you do that?
Yeah, because Bess doesn't know magic. He can't send.
Of course not.
Beth hasn't discovered how to talk through sticks yet.
Just
Nope,
stones.
only stones. But nobody knows about that.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Nobody knows my Callum.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, Zora sends to Callan.
Yep. What does Zora say to Callan?
Good afternoon.
That's
Vote
it.
is filled with oh.
Vote is filled.
Vote is filled with cunts. We'll probably set town ablaze. Do you want to leave or remove any asset from town?
2 more.
Good day.
Recommend you do. Yeah, recommend. Do? I don't know. Recommend do.
Recommend do.
Callum's over here like, Christ, they're as bad as the demons.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Zora, don't burn the town down. Just leave. Yes, they're racist assholes, but they're useful.
Fitch, I believe Callan is opposed to burning the town.
Jokes up. Okay.
Gump's rolling something.
Like he hadn't just
Oh, you can tell because it flashes green when my dice bounces
yeah,
across
the
Yeah.
sound.
What are you
It
rolling,
does
buddy?
trigger a sound, like we can hear a thud.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm
What
really...
you
Those
rolling?
metal dice?
Yeah, I'm really just playing with my dice. I have to do something with my hands.
Mm. Zora sends back to Callan. I understand what you mean, but they really are cunts. I've persuaded Fitch to not do it. But if anything happens, I might.
I'm glad to hear you're being civil.
Mm.
He did not say civilized. He said civil.
No, civil. Yeah, just.
So there's 2 sendings down.
Yeah.
My people, they take no offense and they set towns on fire.
Ah. What's next? She turns to the group. Ah, yes. Spellbook. Jarek?
Gary's still fucking asleep. It's
Oh,
only like
fuck.
3 o'clock.
No, it's like
He
He
said
was-
it only took him 4 hours and they left in the afternoon. Like 4 or 5.
they left at like 2, 3. At least, like they probably went to bed at like 6 in the morning. They didn't even
So it's
wake up
4 or
until
5.
like
Mhm.
2.
So it's like 4 or 5. It'd still be asleep.
I mean, you got 8 hours of sleep, and you're in a tent.
It's
Yeah,
rare
Zora
that
took
you
a
live in
watch and then took a full rest, so.
Yeah. You get back and Jarek's still in his tent. Although the sun is beginning to lower in the sky.
Well, then we sit there until Jarek wakes up.
A cold
Yeah.
breeze blows in off the ocean.
Yeah, Jarek would make a few potions and then end up wandering out with a castle mirror.
He just stumbles along behind you blindly.
Beautiful day.
Is he more cognizant?
We'll turn to Castlemere. Are you more cognizant?
Oh, let's see if he's come back. Nope. That's a 2.
He's drooling.
He's no use to me like this, Jarek.
I didn't torture him more. Really, I didn't torture him at all.
I mean, did you though?
In the past 12 hours, no.
All the after effects of previous torture. What, do you not know any finger wiggling that can just get inside his noggin?
No.
That
Should
sounds
I?
like a problem.
Astelvio needs to be asleep for that to happen.
Wait, what?
This one does.
Of course he
Oh, I
does.
can make him asleep. I got that magic.
Huh. Well, there you go, Zoria.
It would be good to know where his spellbook is.
Yep, seems like you're talking to Fitch on this one.
Zor returns to Fitch.
Yes.
It would be good to know where his spellbook is.
This one isn't going to be doing the asking.
No. Is it your spell?
And this one needs a component.
What component?
This one needs to find a very, very sleepy bird, and then rip a feather out of it as it's still sleeping.
Zoria,
Yes.
turn into a raven and take a nap.
I don't think it works like that.
Oh.
Why not?
Do the feathers remain after Zora polymorph packs?
No.
Oh
Polymorph
god, the endless debate.
Can you eat from a polymorphed animal? And
Can you drink a cow's milk
you can drink a cow's milk, yes.
if they're polymorphed?
You can drink the milk,
Can
but
you-
when they
But can you sell the milk for purposes of drinking?
No.
Like, that's the thing. Does it stay?
It does not last outside of the polymorph and any effects gathered from it when the polymorph ends and with the spell. So if you maintain your hunger, you retrieve your hunger and subsequent blood sugar when polymorph ends. Or you lose your hunger. You know what I mean. You lose the effects of eating once polymorph ends.
Well, it's creeping up on night, so I guess good luck finding a sleepy bird. Shouldn't be that hard, right?
Sleep part is easy. This one just needs a bird.
Zora kind of like just gestures up.
Do you want to go find a flock of seagulls?
I was just going to make this easy for everyone involved. Find a semi-open spot along the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Sprinkle a shitload of good berries and wait for a seagull to land.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it does cast sleep
Sleep.
on it,
Yep.
and then rip some feathers out of its ass.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's not a difficult task to retrieve feathers from a seagull.
Peter's gonna be
I
so
would
mad.
like. Oh yeah. I would like to think that nobody has any idea what the fuck Fitch is doing, so he's just like singing to himself, casting the good berries, sitting there waiting with his hands like this. He has like two twigs that he's holding above his head, like I am inconspicuous. Not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as Fitch is doing that, Zora just leans in closer to Vez and says, I'm not opposed to gathering components the old-fashioned way, but it's easier with store-bought.
Yeah, this does seem kind of. Wait, we can sell these?
Yes.
And this is why you're always poor, Zoria.
Magic is expensive. Which reminds me, I also want to ask him if he has gold hidden. It cost us an estate. We have his life, but that is not enough.
If he has gold, it's probably with his spell book.
Yes. But we're reliant on Fitch for that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Fitch.
Gum.
Yes.
Just for your reference, Gump, so you can start reading about it, I'm gonna be
Cast
casting
Dream. Yeah. I've been
Oh.
reading it for the last minute or two.
Delightful. I've been waiting for an excuse to use this one.
Yeah. So,
And yeah,
who?
and Fitch also gathers a handful of beach sand
Yep.
and uses a dab of ink that he filched from an Olis's old
Yeah.
office.
Yeah.
So yeah, Fitch is standing there with a clump of feathers, a hand coated in sand, and some inky fingers, and he's just like, this one is ready.
Okay.
Oh, do we need to put him asleep now?
Is Castlemere not asleep?
He is not lucid, but he is theoretically conscious.
Bess is going to do non-lethal damage and try and knock him out.
All right. Yeah.
Not sure that works.
Vest punches Casimir a couple of times in the face really fast. He starts bleeding again from the nose that is now broken again.
Again. Best in the A10 arm.
Yeah, Vest is working on shoving that nose bridge right up into the brain.
We're working on making the outsides match the inside.
Mm-hmm. And he slumps to the ground.
Hmm.
I cast sleep.
I'm not sure that works for the spell, but
That will not work for this spell.
Good job, Bess.
He's asleep.
He's definitely out.
This one recommends the real sleep.
You don't think he's really asleep? I mean, Vess could hit him more, I guess, but seems like overkill.
there's a
Unconscious and
point in
sleep are not the same things.
Does Fitch
They're
know that?
the thing. Yeah, they're pretty much the same thing, you know.
Yes.
Wait,
I'm-
don't we have like a sleeping tea or something?
That was Nurs. Did you just confuse us with Nurs?
I mean, I remember we had it at some point.
Yeah, that'd be the sleepy time halfling.
Ah, yes, the little animal. Hmm.
So, Jarek, while the party waits for Mr. Castlemere to wake up and then fall asleep again, start getting creative.
What do you want me to get creative with? What's happening?
You are going to go into his dreams.
Jerick turns into the old man. Really?
That's not necessary, but thank you for the input.
Why do I need to get creative? I'm confused.
The time, the place, the setting, the situation. The world of imagination is your oyster.
Really?
In theory.
Huh. Could we just make him think he's being hunted by us? He got away and he needs to get to his spell book to use his spells? That's how that works, right? He can't use any more magic without a spell book, right?
Fitch licks an eyeball.
Doria, that's how that works, right?
Unsure. I've learned not to question his methods.
Then yeah, I guess a dream in which he escaped and yeah. And he's lucid. He escaped and he's lucid. That last part's probably important.
The last part might not be attainable, but this one can try.
Yeah, fuck it.
This one's a doctor. Does Jarek want this one to make Castlemere lucid before or after the dream?
Can you make him lucid?
Fitch licks an eyeball.
Pulls out a good berry.
I don't know, I ask.
Doria,
Yes.
this one wants the brain.
No, he needs that to live.
It was a good luck charm for this one in medical school.
You can't have no, you cannot have Castlemere's brain.
This one does not want Castlemere's brain. It wants the brain that Zoria has in Zoria's hole that Zoria stole with this one.
Ah,
What? What? Oh my god, did you go stealing again? That's how we got here.
seems inconsequential this time.
Every time you two run off and steal something, something gets burned down. Oh my god, is the town intact?
This one wanted
Yes.
to, but Zoria said no.
Karen asked not to.
Hmm. Hmm.
He does agree they are constable.
Why is it that when things get stolen, it's always the two of you?
This one's logic is flawless. This one does not know what Jarek is referring to.
Yeah, that.
Jarek does point to flaw in logic.
You know what? I don't even care. Go steal shit, I guess.
This image
Shouldn't.
is perfect for this.
Is it when the party rogue is telling the wizard and the druid to stop thieving?
No, that song can't
Because
stop
this
me
is new
because I
for
can't
me.
read.
Yeah. So eventually you cast Dream on Castlemere, utilizing Jarek as the messenger.
Oh, like that can't go wrong.
Okay, Fitch, what's your DC?
16.
And this is a
Oh, what? What are you looking for?
this
The
is a
save.
saving throw of some sort. I'm looking for the saving throw.
Maybe
The
wisdom,
saving
okay.
throw only has to do if Jarek wants to be all monstrous and shit.
I mean, does he have to? Like, he already is. But
So there's
Oh, I
two ways
see.
to do the spell. If Jarek wants to just pop into Castlemir's dream,
As
he'd be like,
himself.
"Hey, yo, ask him shit."
Yep.
But if Jarek wants to make it a nightmare, he can only deliver a 10-word message, and there's a DC on that.
Mm-hmm. Jerk. It's up to you.
Or am I to assume we
Do-
actually did this, like organized this beforehand?
Do you want to appear monstrous to Castlemere?
No.
if we were to think we organized this, Gloria would suggest doing what she proposed earlier. Like, we don't hand you to the drow, we just kill you ourselves, or we just play with you ourselves. Or,
I'm inclined to
What's-
give Jarek creativity on this one.
yeah, it's a suggestion. Jarek is the one in there, so there's nothing we can do.
It's assuming dream logic works the way dream logic does. This shouldn't be too bad.
Jerk, as you enter this empty void, you have the ability to create the environment of the dream.
Oh,
Landscapes,
Jerk does?
objects, yes,
Okay.
I told you to get creative,
and
and I meant
other
it.
images. You
Okay, then we're
can leave the dream at any time.
okay. We can do this. So he'll have the setting being after Castlemere has been captured and had his tongue cut off,
Mm-hmm.
and then have it rewind back as if time is rewound
Mm-hmm.
to Jerk holding the old man still alive on the boat.
Okay. We don't have to do this, you know.
No, you could give me your spell book. You can pay me off. That's worth an estate, right?
You want money? I can give you money.
No.
I was once like you. We two are of the same mind. Then he starts to go into the spiel.
Do we have to hear the monologue again?
Yeah, do the monologue again, Gump, word for word. Come
Yeah.
on.
Like Groundhog Day. It's he has to sit through the same monologue every time.
Okay, let me cut you off. I'm not gonna let you finish. Don't do that. That don't. Why is this so hard? I actually want to stab him now. Okay, so what's gonna happen is I'm gonna kill this old man if you don't give me your spell book. That's it. Simple as. I don't care if you were me. I don't care if you are me. Give me the spell book. Old man lives. I leave. And you can fuck off to wherever you want with whatever piles of gold you have left.
Oh man. It doesn't say that he actually believes any of this. There's a.
It would be like a deception
I
roll
would
or
say a
something.
deception check on Jarek's part, yeah.
I'm okay with that. Let's see.
And I will give you advantage because you
Ooh.
have his body, a lock of hair, clipping of a nail.
Oh, yeah,
You-
fair.
Right, you have him in your possession.
24.
Well, shit. All right. He rolled a 10 on the die, and his insight's not that high. So if I give you my spellbook, you'll leave old Lord Whitehall alone.
And you. Provided you fuck off and don't bother me ever again.
So all the power that I wield for one old man.
You're old man. And besides, you can copy the spell book. We both know that.
Uh, Fine.
All right.
He pulls a spellbook out from his robes and throws it at you.
Jericho, catch it. Where were you hiding that?
Where I always keep it. My robes. Jerk. When you searched his robes, you did not find a spellbook.
Yeah, I
You
recall
found a
that.
you found a book that looks like a spellbook, but is very clearly not.
Jericho flipped this book open and looked through it.
Yeah. Um. You've seen Zoria's spellbook, Jerk.
Mm.
This is a mockery of it.
That's clever. You might actually be me.
Made to look like a spellbook to a idiot.
See, I've spent a lot of time reading these things, and he'll just throw it off the side of the ship. That's not a spell book.
Yeah, I guess not. I keep it in a safe place.
Well, let's go.
Jerk, do you allow him to cast magic in his dream?
Yeah, he's still got the grandfather, so yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. Um, hmm. I need to see what he's gonna do here.
No, no.
Oh, I'm sorry, old man. We all have a time.
Oof.
And he throws that fireball. Right at
How does
you.
dream combat work?
Right? I don't know. That's what I'm looking at. You can end the dream whenever you want, and you don't take any real damage. You
But
could
wait,
make.
does Jerick have ongoing control of the dream?
Yes. You shape the environment of the dream, creating landscapes, objects, and other images, all plural, meaning ongoing control.
Hmm.
Time to reveal that Jarek is an eldritch abomination.
Or simply immortal. Fireballs don't affect him, magic does not affect him. Whatever Jarek chooses.
Jarek in the dream.
Yeah. Jerick wouldn't do that though. So, um, Well, since Jerk has control of the ongoing dream, he'll just wave his hand and dismiss the fireball.
Okay.
Does he do the same motion as Zoya when she's dispelling something?
Yep,
Or
just
when Fitch is dispelling something?
yep.
Just I take the magic and I throw it out.
This is bad magic. We clean it up.
Okay. There's been a failure here, and it's my fault. You can't kill me, but I can definitely hurt you really, really badly. Just give me the fucking book.
How did
Otherwise, I have to enslave you and take you all the way back to fucking Carcom and give you to the Drow so they can torture you.
make an intimidation check?
Oh god. The checks.
With
All of the
with
checks.
advantage.
21.
21.
Fuck, okay. We found out that Jarek rolls well in dreams, apparently.
Yeah, and he does not in his own dream. Oh fuck! You're working for the. Of course, you're working for the Drow. You've always been working for the Drow. A little surprised you're still working for the Drow. What are they fucking you for payment?
Occasionally.
That makes too much sense.
Mm.
You
On the bright
know
side,
they're gonna kill her,
White
right?
Hall's still alive. Yeah.
In a few years.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yes. Yes, I am a. I. Mm, mm. The book, sir. I'm trying to save your life here. You're making it very difficult to want to.
If I give you my book, I lose the little power I have left.
You copy it.
Then I need
I know
time.
you have money. Then let's go.
Do you take him somewhere else?
Well, he's asking where are we gonna go, basically. And
Yeah.
fucking
You shift the dream around you.
a bit, yeah. More like just where are we going? Where is the book that you want? Where are we going? You can have your time to copy it. I personally don't give a shit.
You take the. He doesn't give you any place in particular. I need paper. And another book.
Sure, can
Inks
control
and
the
quills.
dream, so
Mhm.
he'll just reach into his bag and pull out.
Oh, okay. A sheaf of paper and a spellbook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this.
Great.
And he'll release the grandfather and
Mhm.
walk over to Castle Mirror, sheath Vishla.
Okay. On your mother and father's names. On their lives. I go free.
Yes. Though, admittedly, that was probably a poor thing to ask me to vow on, but yes. If I wanted you dead, you'd already be dead. There are easier ways to get your fucking spell book. I could just hire someone to scry the damn thing down. I want to be done with this.
He says a few magic words. And a small tear in existence opens. And he reaches his arm in and pulls out the spellbook.
He does. Of course he does. Oh, you hit in the pocket dimension. That's I saw someone do that before. That's clever.
Yeah.
That's clever. God, I hate this.
So, this will take me a few days to copy.
And Jerk will exit the dream.
Yeah.
As he's popping out, he'll look over to Zoria and just like hold eye contact momentarily before saying, "Fuck you." All right, Zoria. Here's a thought.
Hmm.
If I kidnap you today
Mm-hmm.
and I, hold you for several days,
Yes.
but you don't have your spell book on you,
Hmm.
you just lose your ability to use those spells?
No. That which I have recently studied is fresh in my mind. I could easily copy back.
So you could just use that without your spell book?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't forget magic, Jarek.
Okay, and if I recall correctly, things that happen in the hut stay in the hut, right?
In I don't understand.
The little hut, you know.
Yes. The dome.
Yeah, yeah. Can you do me a favor and make one of those? Fitch, can you regrow this man's tongue?
This one can do more than that.
Yeah, fix him.
And Fitch squeals with joy and pounces.
Huh?
This-
What are you doing?
he has a spell book in a pocket dimension thing. Like Ravenous or like fuck.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's
So
out of reach unless you
he'll need
cast
to be able to
it. Now.
cast to get it.
That is a risk, you know.
Fitch is furiously shoving good berries into every orifice of Castlemere.
I
Uh-huh.
meant grow his tongue back and fix his broken fingers, not. Oh God, where are you putting that?
This one has to
Doesn't
do the
matter.
foreplay first.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
Crushing berries
Are
up
you,
and painting Castlemere's skin with weird sigils.
are you sure you want to do this, Jarek?
If I don't
Dangerous.
get you the book, you're gonna cry at me every night for the next 3 months. Don't even deny it. You're going to simper yourself to sleep and try to make me feel guilty, which is going to make me feel weird because I don't feel guilty. And then I'm going to have this whole internal dialogue of whether or not I'm a monster. So now we have to grow the man's body parts back and get his book.
You get to cut them again. Think of it this way.
Yeah, yeah. And we're going to do it. I'm going to do it in the dome because I'm easier to fix than you.
I have to be inside dome.
Why would you have to be inside dome?
Is how dome works.
Oh, all right. Then we'll put all of you guys in the dome and leave him and me out of the dome then. So you don't,
I don't.
get fired by that
I'll just ca-
beard.
I'll just counterspell him, and he doesn't have components or. Oh.
Do you know that spell? That where you reach into like a little pocket and pull stuff out?
No.
Think you could ask Hob whether that has components or not?
The thing is, and if I need to make a Arcana check here, Gump, please. But what I'm going to say sounds logical, at least to Zoria, or seems logical.
Hmm?
Uh, if you're describing what you think you're describing, I assume he created a demiplane or something like that to put his things in. I can't
Okay.
open his
I'm going
demiplane.
to be occupied
He
for the
can.
next 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
But you don't need to. He can. Which is why he needs the tongue and his fingers. And if there are components to do that, he'll need components, right?
Yes. Sharek, this is getting overcomplicated.
What in the last 3 years hasn't been overcomplicated?
We've been together for less than one.
I said what I meant.
Hmm.
I can rest assured he's not going to teleport off. He can't throw any fireballs at me because he doesn't have any components.
Yes.
He's limited in what he can do to hurt me. And I'm just not going to let him teleport or I'll shank him. I mean, this is pretty direct.
Why would he help you?
Because I'll promise to let him go.
Zoria looks at Jarek like. Just that look. Just.
You're right. I'm not going to do that. I don't know. I'm going to try figuring it out. I can't promise to let him go. I don't want to let him go. I can't even be cheeky about it.
Derek,
Ah,
Fitch pauses in the sigil painting. There's this thing called lying.
yeah, I love that, but not when I'm doing the dealing things, because I have the feeling that one day I'm going to need to make a deal, and people need to believe that I'm actually going to come through on it.
This one believes in Jarek.
That touches me, Fitch. But I knew this turtle once who lied a lot, and things went sideways real fast.
Ugh.
So I try to avoid that
Turtles
now.
are very slow creatures.
He wasn't. We'll just powwow on it. We'll give it a think. We'll figure it out. Worst case scenario, maybe the drow can get the information out of him.
Hmm.
Or get him to grab the book. I mean, thus far, we've seen that he can reach into other places and grab things. He can throw fireballs, and that's pretty much the only magic we saw him use.
Use this as well.
Yeah, well, that's not in a book. Like,
No.
are you even sure there's anything in his book you want?
He has teleportation there, which is useful.
Don't you have teleportation? Oh, you
I
have the
have
circle
teleportation
thing.
circle.
Right? Yeah, okay.
I haven't quite figured out the theory behind teleportation yet. I'll get there. Easier to copy, though.
Oh, I hate this.
Hmm. Jarek does indeed hate this. While Vess stands by as Jarek enters the Trance Lake Strait previously and just watches Jarek scare, well, mentally vanish. uh, and that's where we'll pick it up next time. The plot to steal Castlemir's book. For those of you watching, thanks. I hope you had a fun time. I think they did. I did. We'll catch you some other time. We will come. Let's see you Monday. Peace.